AI is no longer optional. It's becoming the backbone of how small businesses compete.
The good news, you don't need a big budget or tech team.
Today we'll show you 9 AI tools that can help you market smarter, save hours, and grow faster, including some of the tools that you've probably heard. Welcome back to the Marketing Podcast for Local Businesses, the show that gives you practical and proven marketing advice to help you grow your business right here in the UK. I'm Adam, founder of websitedesigners.london. We've helped businesses generate tens of millions of pounds online through smarter design and marketing.
My name's Josh. I'm the founder of ImproveMySearchRanking.com, a specialist SEO agency based in London. We've helped over 400 businesses generate over £200 million in sales.
Amazing. So AI tools are now everywhere right now, but which ones actually make a difference for your small businesses?
We picked out 9 that we believe will save you time, cut costs, and help you stay ahead of the competition.
For each one, we'll share what it is, why it matters, and a quick example of how a business like yours could use it. So I'm going to say this is probably going to be my favourite episode. I love some of these tools. I use them. So this is fantastic. So let's start with one of the most creative tools out there, Suno. So Suno, spelled S-U-N-O, basically it's an AI music creation tool. It creates background tracks for ads, podcasts, and videos without copyright worries. So, for example, if you are a business owner using Suno, you could essentially create a jingle for your advert, and even so, we've actually created one for our own business here. So I'm gonna play it now, and hopefully you guys will like it. So we'll just play you the first bit. Hopefully we don't get sued for using this. There we go. So as you heard, absolutely brilliant little intro, literally typed in a couple of sentences and gave us that track that we could probably use if we wanted to.
It's a really incredible tool, actually. It's one of the AI tools that I first used that really blew me away when I first heard it, because it's just so incredible. You type in a couple of words, you can make it write a song about anything. I made it write a song about my auntie's birthday, and she was pleasantly surprised by it when she heard it.
I bet she probably thought that you paid some songwriter thousands of pounds and recorded it in a recording studio. But it's so specific. You can change the style. It doesn't have to be that rock music you heard. It can be a pop, any genre you like, in the style of, for example, Taylor Swift. It's free to use, incredibly. You probably can only use it for commercial purposes if you pay an additional license, but fantastic.
Incredible, yes. That brings us on to the second AI tool, which is Gamma, spelled G-A-M-M-A. This is a AI presentation and pitch deck tool. It can essentially instantaneously create incredibly nicely designed presentations for you. So all you do is copy and paste the text or information you want to talk about, and then it will automatically find images, format everything nicely, draw graphs, make pie charts, do all sorts of things, all in an instant. So this would be really useful for all sorts of businesses. An example. Obvious example might be a local consultant who wants to create a presentation, and they can just do it in seconds.
Amazing. So the next one, I think probably more people have heard of Canva. C-A-N-V-A. It's basically an AI design assistant. Now they've recently built in the AI bit. Typically it was more of a very simple, super easy to use bit of editing software. You can create graphics, social media posts, logos, and templates. But now they've created this feature. You type in a sentence of what you want to create, and it creates it for you. So think about a leaflet, a booklet, a social media post, a poster, anything you can think of that you typically use a graphic designer for. Think of Canva, and again, super cheap. There's even a free version. For example, if you've got a small retail shop that creates a seasonal campaign without hiring a designer, create a compelling offer, bang it on social media, happy days.
Number 4 is ChatGPT. as you probably know, and you probably use it already. But this tool could be used for all sorts of things, for brainstorming, ideas for podcast episodes, for blog outlines, create FAQs, researching emails. I mean, it could be used for a humongous amount of endless tasks. An example might be if you're a plumber, you might want to create an FAQ for your website and you don't have time to do it yourself or know how best to structure it. You can simply ask ChatGPT and it will generate it for you instantly.
Amazing. Number 5, creatify.ai, creatify.ai. We'll put all these links and in the show notes as well. Look, so it's an AI video repurposing tool. It even creates AI videos for you. We've actually used it just earlier before we created this podcast. So essentially you just enter in a prompt and it creates viral ready short clips. How we used it was we created an animated version of ourselves, the one you see on the podcast artwork, uploaded the image, and then I recorded the intro of this podcast, and it essentially brought that image, that still static image, alive. It basically made the image's mouth, so that i.e. my mouth, my animated mouth, move and made it talk. Essentially, it's essentially a version of me talking, but using the animated version. But you can also just take a selfie, type in what you wanted to say, and it will say it. You can even upload the audio so it's in your own voice as well. But if you think about this, you might see these on TikTok and Instagram. I've seen quite a few of them. Essentially, you just create what they call a faceless social media account. You don't have to take a photo of yourself. It can be one of those template stock images that they have offer on for you. And you just, if you don't want to have your own face on there, you just create a bunch of videos. Happy days.
Number 6 is Scribe. So Scribe is an AI process documentation AI. It automatically creates step-by-step guides from your screen recording. So, for example, in our SEO agency, we have various what are called standard operating procedures. There's various tasks that we complete again and again and again, like keyword research, SEO audits. And this tool, what it can do is it can review your screen as you're doing a task and then create a document explaining how to do that task. So a new member of staff could easily get up to speed and learn how to do that.
Absolutely amazing. And I actually seen this advertised quite a lot, never used it, but I went on the website and I'd absolutely use it now. Fireflies.ai. So I use this. I've been using it for a few months now. Best thing since sliced bread. It's so good. So basically it's an AI meeting note provider. So it records, transcribes and summarizes calls. So again, all you do, very quick, easy setup. You connect your Microsoft 365 account, so your email account, with Fireflies.ai. And essentially, whenever you set up a Teams call, if that's what you use, or a Google Meets call, or whatever you use, Zoom call, it will automatically join the meeting as an additional participant. Doesn't speak or anything like that. But essentially, what it's doing is recording, transcribing, and summarizing the call. And when you go on to, when you finish the call, it will automatically send you an email summarizing the call, and it also breaks out action points for each of the callers or each of the people on that call. You can even kind of click into it. So let's say the action point for this podcast would be Adam needs to upload onto Spotify. It will have a URL, a link to, whenever I said that in the call, so the 10th minute, and it'll have the second and time where I can click into it. So say action point, Adam to upload podcast, click on the link that's been hyperlinked to that 10-minute mark, and it'll automatically take me to the full transcript where I said that. It's also got another feature there called Ask Fred. So it's essentially, think about ChatGPT, but relevant for that particular call. So load up the call that you've just had on the app, on the web app, and essentially you just ask it. So in this call, do you think I'm likely to get this client? What do you think I need to do? What was the tone of the call? Do you think, let's say you have an employee and then you want to kind of catch up about it, how did my team member perform? You can ask it an array of questions about the call, whether it's the tone, whether it's a bit of information about the call, the output of the call, whatever you want, you're able to ask that essentially the ChatGPT version of Fireflies.ai, which is Ask Fred. So look, I won't talk about this anymore. I think I've talked about it for like 5 minutes now, but you can tell my enthusiasm about it.
Amazing, awesome. So number 8 on our list is GrammarlyGO, which is an AI writing assistant. This tool will help you auto-adjust the tone of your messaging, your emails, your proposals, your social media posts, so they match the brand voice that you wanted to use in the first place. So a local cafe owner might use this to write customer responses to reviews they get on Google. They might use it to help craft the descriptions or captions for their videos or posts on social media, and also just to reply to emails to ensure that they're keeping their brand voice.
Absolutely. Again, I use this one. So once you've downloaded Grammarly, you essentially can add it. So it's an add-on to your web browser. So it basically integrates into your Safari or Google Chrome or whatever you use to browse to your Safari, and it will automatically correct any misspelling, your grammar as well. So think of it like a spelling check or a grammar check built into the various tools that you use. The next one, number 9, is Zapier, Zapier. Zapier AI is essentially an automation tool. Now, I'd say out of all the tools, this is probably can get to be the most complex. Again, I've used this. If I just tell you what Zapier is, it essentially connects various tools and automates workflows with AI triggers. Use case, so when a customer fills out a form, Zapier sends a personalized email instantly. So that will be the trigger. It connects different apps. Whether the customer fills out the form on your website, then Zapier automatically opens up your mail application and sends the email instantly in the background. So how we use it, we use it for this podcast. So whenever we release and publish a podcast, I've set it so it automatically takes the whole transcript, summarizes it somewhat, and publishes it on our website. So please do take a look at our website, marketing-podcast-local-businesses.com. So essentially marketing-podcast-local-businesses.com with a hyphen between each word. And if you just scroll down all the way to the bottom, you'll see transcripts and insights. Click on one of them, tell us what you think. Ultimately, it's great, it's automated, and it's great for SEO as well. So take a look, tell us what you think.
Awesome. So that's all 9 of the tools. Which tool excites you most? We'd love to know. Send us a message, leave us a comment. We'd like to know what you think of those.
Quick question for you, which one's your favourite?
Out of those 9, I use ChatGPT every single day, so I would probably have to say that is number 1. Suno was the one that kind of blew my mind the most when I first heard it. But yeah, I'll say those 2.
Application-wise, real-world application. So Suno, I think, is a bit more gimmicky, and the number of people that are going to have jingles, business case, the tool. So essentially using Suno, I'm not sure how many local businesses will find that useful. Super interesting, super fun, but I'm not sure. So in terms of business use case, what would you say your number 2?
Number 2, on Suno, actually, I did see a local business use it to create an advert, and they had this crazy jingle and crazy song I think it was about installing solar panels.
Okay.
And actually it made me stop and watch it because it was so kind of funny and strange, and it's probably an underutilized thing. So local businesses could use that to drive interest in their
Fair enough.
Stuff. Yeah. About yourself?
ChatGPT I use far more, but for me, Fireflies, I've got to say, is game changing, in that I don't need to attend all my calls. I can have an employee attend a call on my behalf, and I'll get a summary, making sure they've said the right thing, give them feedback. They can even receive it. So we had a call on yesterday with a new with an existing client, and the employee led the call, and it was able to get an action points, copy paste, send it to the client. Happy days, and it auto joins every single call. You don't need to do anything about it. So it's very easily integrated. And then thirdly, I'd say Zapier. I think it has huge potential. If you just spend a couple of hours learning how it is, the amount of automation, I think, and capabilities is probably insane if you sat down and really figured it out. Anyway, look, hopefully this is your kind of AI toolkit for 2025. Suno for music, Gamma for presentation, Canva for design, ChatGPT for, it says, we've said copy here in our show notes, but I'd say just general everything. Scribe for processes, and creatify.ai for clips, for video, Fireflies for notes, GrammarlyGo for writing, and Zapier AI for automation.
Awesome. So AI is moving fast. Small businesses that start experimenting now will be the ones leading in a year's time.
Absolutely. Look, if this helps, please do hit the follow button, share it with your friends so you never miss an episode as well. And we hope to have you on the next episode. Thanks for listening.